Okay, good morning, my friends. I'm knocking things over. How are we doing today? Well, today Miss Jamie thought that we could do a little science activity. And because we've been talking about the letter D and we read a story about dinosaurs and you did a dinosaur craft with recyclables the other day, I thought that today we could make some dinosaur eggs, some frozen dinosaur eggs. So, let's talk about supplies. What we're going to need to make our dinosaur eggs is you're going to need balloons. And we're going to need some little dinosaur friends. I have our little friends from school. Let's back the table up so you can see our dinosaurs. I also have some of our bigger dinosaur friends that are visiting. They're here to watch what we're doing with our dinosaur eggs. And then for other supplies, we're going to need some water. And I have nowhere to put it, so I'm just going to put it back over here on the side table. So what we're going to do, let's move our already frozen and ready for us eggs over to the side. We're first going to take our balloon and we're going to use our arm muscles and we're going to stretch it out a little bit. And then we're going to open it up. Now this is a part that is better for a grown-up to do because these balloons are really hard to open. Even for Miss Jamie, they're really, really tight. So have a grown-up do that part. Then we're going to take our balloon and we're going to choose a dinosaur. Let's do this green guy right here. And I'm just going to scoop him in. It's a little tricky to do even with just one person. And now my fingers are stuck in the balloon. So you're going to pull out your fingers. And now your balloon has a dinosaur inside of it. Let's do one more. So we're going to stretch. I'm going to stretch. My cat is sitting right over there and he's watching and he's like, "You're crazy, lady." So let's open up our other balloon. Now, this is a part that you could help with. You could have mom or dad open up the balloon for you and then you could stick the dinosaur inside the balloon. We need to choose another dinosaur. So let's use this yellow triceratops. And we're going to get him nose first into our balloon. There we go. So, when it comes to filling our balloons with water, I suggest using the bathroom sink or the kitchen sink, using the faucet part of the sink to fill your balloons. But right now, we're not in a room that has a sink. So Miss Jamie is going to use some different tools to make that happen. So I'm going to bring over my container of water and I'm going to use a funnel. I'm going to stick the funnel inside the top of my balloon, just like this. It's a lot of white. I should have gotten colored balloons. And I'm going to use a little cup. I'm going to take some water, and I'm going to pour it in really slow and really careful. This is another fun activity to do, because you get to practice pouring water. And if you listen really closely, it just gurgled as the water was going down into the balloon. So nice and slow, glug, 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 the water. Whoop! Did you see that? We have bubbles popping up out of our balloon. So now we're going to be really, really careful because there's still some water up in this funnel. You're going to pinch the top of the balloon and just really, really careful, pull it out and try not to make too much of a mess. Miss Jamie put a towel on her table so that everything didn't get all wet. Okay, so now we have water in our balloon. You don't need to fill it up a lot. Because the point of the activity is to get the ice to melt. So if you have a great big balloon full of water, it's going to take a really long time for that to melt. So I'm just going to tie a little knot. And then we have a dinosaur egg. And I think I splashed water on my glasses because I see a spot on my glasses. Oh dear. Okay, we're good. Oh right, we made two. So let's put water in the second one. We're going to do the exact same thing. Put the funnel inside the balloon. Pour in some water. I would say 2 of these little teeny tiny cups is just about right. Glug, glug, glug. There it goes again. Oh, we didn't get any bubbles this time. That's okay. Now we're going to be really careful. Again, when we take the funnel out of the balloon, because we're going to get some extra water. We'll put that to the side because we're all done with that. I'm going to tie another knot. And then these are all set to go into the freezer. It's going to take a couple of hours for these to get really hard for you to continue the activity with. Miss Jamie did think ahead, and I have some that are already ready for us to play with. But again, we're not in a room that has a freezer. We're not in the kitchen, so I'm not going to put these in the freezer right now. That's why I have some that are already made. So we're just going to put these over here on the side. And we're going to move our water out of the way too, because we don't need this water anymore. That over there. I'm going to dry my hands because I'm getting all wet. So we still have our little friends here. So what if you're thinking to yourself, Miss Jamie, I don't have any dinosaurs at home and I don't have any balloons. There are some other tools that you can use. This really is just about making and playing with ice. So you can use whatever you have at home. You don't have to use dinosaurs. You don't even have to use anything. You can just play with regular ice cubes from the freezer. So what are some other containers that we could use? I have these little paper cups. You put little snacks or ice cream or something in them. These would work really well. You can stick a dinosaur right inside the little cup and then fill it with water. Other things that we could use, you can use an ice cube tray. The littler dinosaurs can sort of almost fit inside the ice cube tray. We use these in school with our pom-poms. And I also have a cupcake pan that you could put a small toy or a dinosaur, Legos, whatever, can fit right inside there. So let's take out our dinosaurs, put this stuff away. What else? We also have, I found when I was looking around my house, I found some coins. I found some quarters. I found nickels and dimes and pennies. You could use those and put them in your ice cube tray, right? You could put them in your ice cube tray and then fill them with water and then use the same things that we're going to be doing in a minute, just using something else in your ice. Or you can use plain ice cubes like I already said. So now we need yet another container. Miss Jamie is going to use a glass bowl and we're going to find one of our eggs. Let's see, which one do we want to use? That one just has water in it. We'll use this one. Okay, so we have our balloon that has our dinosaur egg inside of here. We need to get the egg out of the balloon. So all we're going to do, and I would suggest a grown-up do this part, is cut the balloon to get the egg out. Now these are melting a little bit because they've been sitting here for a few minutes, which is actually going to help us. So you gotta peel the balloon off of the egg. And here we go. We have a dinosaur egg. And what color is the dinosaur inside of this egg? He looks like a purple one. Oh, so you can see that it's melting because you can see the water dripping off of my hand. Okay, so this came out of the freezer. This is super, super cold. And my warm hands are making it melt. We're going to try to find a way to make it melt a little bit faster. One way that you can melt your ice, and this one I did a little while ago, so this has been sitting here for about an hour. Oh, and it just broke apart. Is I sprinkled some some salt on top of the egg and just let it sit there. And it sat and it sat and it sat. And now we have a dinosaur. And this is melted ice now, so I'm not going to take it out. But here is the egg that the dinosaur was sitting in. And now here he is. He can join his friends. And I'm going to put this down because it's cold. Put that over there. Okay. So we could use salt to melt our ice. Or we could also use something that is warm. Warm things melt cold things. So in this sprayer, I have some warm water just from the sink. I would say maybe about as warm as you would take a bath in, or maybe a little bit warmer than that. It's warming up my cold hands. And then you just spray the water on your egg. I'm making a mess. Water's flying everywhere. And you spray and you spray and you spray. Can you see the water going everywhere? I don't think you can. And you just keep spraying your water. Ooh, I'm getting splashed in the face. And the longer you go, the bigger the hole you will get. My shirt is all wet now. So let's see, look at all that water that we used. Our dinosaur egg has a big hole in it. Can you see that? Miss Jamie can actually stick her finger down inside that egg and I can almost touch that dinosaur. But what we're gonna do to make this go just a little teeny tiny bit faster because we're running out of time is Miss Jamie has some even hotter water, and this is not something for you, this would be something for a grown-up, but Miss Jamie's gonna do it right now so that we can get our dinosaur out of this egg. So I'm going to take some really hot water that you would make tea with, or hot chocolate, or coffee. I'm going to pour it in this other water container. And then we have some other tools. I have an eyedropper, which we have these at school. You can use a spoon. I have a little scoop, which we also use at school. And I'm going to take the hot water and fill my eyedropper without, whoop, oh, I just sprayed water at the dinosaurs. I didn't mean to do that. Let's try that again. We're going to fill it up, and then I'm going to bring this closer, and I'm going to spray the hot, hot water on our dinosaur egg and try to get this egg to melt, because ice melts when it gets warm. Now, who remembers during the winter when we played with the penguin and snowflake? I'm spraying water again. We had the penguin and the snowflake ice cubes that Miss Jamie made for you, and we played with those, and we tried to melt those two, and then we painted them, and we had lots of fun. This is the same thing. It's just a different thing. It's just a dinosaur inside of an ice cube. Let's try one more, and then Miss Jamie's going to see if she can break the egg and get the dinosaur out. That is really, really cool. I'm going to show you one more squirt. We're going to do one more. Here we go. Here we go. Can you see? Okay, here we go. Let's get the egg. Watch out for the hot water because it's going to be hot. Let's take him out and let's check it out. We have a nice big hole right here. You can touch the dinosaur now. He's almost out. His little face is sticking out at us. He's got a little foot that's out all the way. Let's see if we can break this ice and get him out. Here we go. It's coming off. See if we can get his foot out. This is really, really cold. Oh! There goes ice flying across my room. That's nice. Whoop, there's another piece. Just break off that ice. Sometimes you could use a spoon to kind of break the ice off. I don't have any spoons here. Miss Jamie didn't think to bring a spoon. And we have our dinosaur out of our egg. Really, really cool. And really, really cold. So I'm going to dry my hands off again. And we're going to finish up. So, all you need, really, you don't have to have balloons and dinosaurs. You can use your ice cube trays. Or you can use just ice cubes that are in the freezer. If your freezer makes ice cubes all by itself, you can use those and just play with different ways to melt your ice cubes. You can use salt, which is what I did with this dinosaur. Use warm water. Maybe something else might work that Miss Jamie didn't think of. You let me know. You practice. If you do the activity, take some pictures and send them to me. I'd love to see them. And until next time, take care. Love you. Bye-bye.